Keep your applause going for Craig Pines. Come on up, Craig Pines. Ready? So, have fun.
Ever hear the story about the Jew that saved Christmas? Gather round, boys and girls. 'Twas a month before the holidays, and Amy, my beautiful Christian wife, says to me that she really wants a Christmas tree, which is great, except we kind of discussed in length before we were married that we're going to raise our future kids Jewish. But, Amy is sweet and wouldn't do anything for me, so I say, fine, we'll get a small tree. Well, we come back with this 8-foot tree that's scratching the ceiling of our brand new painted living room. Now, seeing the tree in the house, I'm a little freaked out, but Amy shows me how to put on the ornaments, which I suck at because I've never done it before, and I carefully take her grandmother's special ornament and place it on the tip of the branch, and it goes crash into a million pieces. Then I watch her struggle to untangle the Christmas lights, all the while muttering, this is traditionally the husband's job. Well, we get it all set up and decorated, and then Amy notices this big puddle of water on the floor. I don't know what to do. I come from a long line of unhandy people. But Amy's in tears. She says, Craig, the Christmas tree stand is cracked. She says, you hold this tree. I'm going to run to the store and get a new stand. And then she leaves. Now, in the cartoons when a character's hat is on fire and he doesn't realize it until a couple of seconds later? That's me holding the Christmas tree. At first everything seems fine. And then something feels very wrong. And that's when the Jewish guilt kicks in. I imagine my parents disowning me, my relatives asking for the bar mitzvah checks back. You see, to a Jew from Long Island, I might as well be holding a big crucifix. We don't celebrate Christmas. We go out for Chinese because that's the only thing that's open. To be honest, my parents did take me to sit on Santa's lap at the department stores, but that was just to get a free candy cane. So I'm holding up this tree in the corner of our living room, and I got tinsel in my hair and pine needles in my face, and I'm not exactly sure what to do, because, I've never been this close to a Christmas tree before. I can't drop it, that won't end well. So I instinctively go to my Happy Hanukkah place. And I'm singing every Hanukkah song I could think of, which isn't many. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And, oh, Hanukkah, light the menorah. Well, after a couple of verses, I can't avoid the obvious, and I have to face this tree. And I'm trying not to have a seizure, because I used to have epilepsy. But with all the maze of wires and lights, I feel like I'm in one of those action movies. And I'm just not sure what green wire to cut, because they're all green. Well, I pull a couple and the tree goes dark, which is a good thing, because at least now I'm not visible to the outside. I mean, the last thing I need is my rabbi driving by. It'd feel worse than I already do. Just to be safe, I shuffle around to the other side of the tree and lower the shade. Now somehow the Jewish guilt is even more intense, and through the pine needles I can see why. Because Amy has set up on top of the mantle this Christmas village with these tiny little villagers sledding on fluffy cotton balls. And across the way I'm locking eyes with these animatronic bears that are playing Holly Jolly Christmas continuously on the xylophone, which I can't unplug because it's on the opposite side of the room. The most wonderful time of the year? I don't think so. Then Otis jingles in, and Otis is our cat. His full name is Otis Louganis. He was named after the famous Olympic diver Greg Louganis, because Otis has this bad habit of diving on top of people, and he has this crazy look in his eyes, and I can see what's happening here, because it's been a while since Amy left. My hand's cramping, I got sap everywhere, and I haven't been that steady with the tree. So to Otis, it looks like I'm holding this giant cat toy. And he starts swatting at the ornaments. And I'm like, no, Otis, no. And he has no idea that if something were to happen to this tree, all hell would break loose. Amy and I would probably get a divorce, and he'd live a screwed up life because he'd have to spend time in 2 separate states. So I'm fending him off with just my legs because that's all I have, and I'm trying not to be distracted by the animatronic bears, which appear to be playing louder now because they know this is when the Jew bursts into flames. Plus, it's like I have an audience, because I'm pretty sure the tiny villagers have stopped sledding because they think I've kicked the cat. And I'm having this out-of-body experience, like, what the heck is a Jew like me doing saving Christmas? Why am I defending the tree? Why am I putting myself through this? But as I look around at this Christmas snow globe that I'm standing in, I mean, deep down inside, I know why. And it's because of Amy. Because as passionate as she is about Christmas, she's just as excited about my holidays. She makes a great brisket. Little dry, but, she tries. My parents joke that she's the most Jewish one in the family. So when I see her red Jeep pull up with the evergreen ropings and holiday lights on it, I couldn't be happier. And she barges in with the stand in hand and sees me hugging the tree because I'm protecting it against Otis. And she gives me that look that says, "I knew you'd love Christmas." And then she says, "Let me take a photo for your parents." And I'm happy to say I've held on to Amy ever since.